First off, let me talk my... Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my... It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did this happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like, immune to everybody, this is stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing this 50s like, hate it and love it, I just can't get enough. Labels from calling me, I said move if you call me please, or don't even bother me. They said, oh my apology, they keep calling and calling. I keep stalling and stalling. Rookie of the year, my career snowballing. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson.
Oh, looking for Water, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Landon Collins.
And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And the Rams at 8-4 now in the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
From the red zone now, Tannehill.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Trying to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Channing Tindall.
There he goes, left side. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Man open is Robinson.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Tannehill. And he's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the points. And we're tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Jackson running again. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row for the pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for them, too.
They go play action with Jackson. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. An inside give to Jones. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. This one swung out here to Jones. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Here's Tyler Newsome now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in the playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Again, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, LA! What a sensational punt return, 98 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And back with a touchdown at 12-14. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Open net is Waddle complete. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. This is fielded at the 27. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of it.
Tannehill intercepted again. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Jackson's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. First down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it lines up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 22 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Second and 5 now. Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Tannehill. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tannehill throwing again. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
To try again after the sack. Jackson under pressure. They got him again. Aaron Donald in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And he will step out of bounds, but not before he's all the way across the 50. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
To about the 26 here.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now it's Jackson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
Calling no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Third and goal, Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Oh, my, that's a heck of a tackle right there on third down because they had to swing it out to the back and hope that he could make a play. But let's face it, in order for him to be there and be in that position, in order to make that play, he had to read his keys and not be fooled. Excellent job in the open field.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room, what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Tannehill. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Touchdown! Mo Alley-Cox, 36 yards. And the Rams have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Taken down at the 30.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action now. Jackson is going to let this one go deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 30 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter, and just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6.
To throw again on 2nd down, Tannehill. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. Throw right side going to be caught by Higbee. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So the PI decline, and that'll give them a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And now here's another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case,
he's got a man complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time. And
we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Tannehill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. The left side completion to Jones. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Tannehill on 3rd down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room to run now. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, good return up past the 30. He's at the 40. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown. So how about the game he's having? He had the punt return earlier for a touchdown. Now the kick return to balance things out.
And oftentimes, guys who are on punt return and kickoff return.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Dolphins take over first and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. 2 yards the lowest, 2nd and 12. And what do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Lamar Jackson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Dolphins have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Up the middle, Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. If they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. His throw incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here we go.
Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Play action. It's Tannehill.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
To throw again on 2nd down, Tannehill. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
At 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Miami, the win is number 9 for them on the year.
I'm the best.